More clouds, a couple of raindrops. You could really feel a drop in the temps. Yeah, maybe it's a sign that fall is not too far away, but you check the calendar, you see that Labor Day weekend about that far away. So I guess it's not to be expected, but fear not. It's going to wind up to be a very nice end of August. Tonight, not so bad. It's really depending on where you are, though. You look at Brainerd right now. They're 65. Dew points are up there, looking fairly decent, very comfortable. Bemidji, about 10 degrees cooler. Dew points a little less as well, so it's a tale of two cities that have got a lot in common, except their weather right now. Clear skies for both, but it'll be a little chillier the further north you go. Around the North Country, we are looking pretty decent. 51 in International Falls, not too far down the international border. 64 in Roseau, 77 in the Twin Cities. Boy, temps have really dropped off since yesterday. That cold front that all those showers did spark off, and some thunderstorms as well. Really the catalyst for how things have begun to change. Should we be closer to the averages after a couple of records dropped yesterday? Absolutely. Right now, we're pretty much exactly where we ought to be. 83 in Brainerd, got to about 76. Bemidji, not too far off the mark as well. We're pretty much right about where we ought to be. 73, 73, pretty close. 61, of course, that was the low right around midnight, and that was before the cold front came through. So you will feel a difference in overnight temps tonight versus last night, and then some. So don't worry, this is not going to be a trend that's going to stick around for too long. Dewey in Park Rapids, mostly cloudy, got up to about 79. Same with Bob and Bluffton. He saw a couple of raindrops with Deer Lake. Don saw some more sunshine after all of that. Got up to about 60 degrees. Not all half a bad day, not by a long shot. Around those high temps, no records today, nor were we expecting any. 84 in Duluth, Twin Cities, got up to about 92. 81 in Foster, and a lot of this was before the cold front had come through. And then on the back end of that, we ended up with some sunshine as well. Some folks saw more sun than others. Some folks saw more rain than others. It was one of those days where it depended completely on where you were and where you weren't. Here you can see the remnants of that cold front making its way through, and on the backside, cooler temperatures, a little more sunshine, so that's where things got a little bit warmer. But that's the back end of this. You can see the last end of this, and then we've got a lot of nothing showing up here beyond that. Take a look at the Gulf Coast. You can see what's left of what was Tropical Storm Isaac, now degraded to a tropical depression, but it's finally starting to put the move on, but dropping a whole lot of rain, so you can really see the problems that are coming up across the Gulf Coast. Well, we really got to give our hopes out to those folks. Tomorrow, we're not looking at a half bad day. We're going to see some sun. We'll see a few clouds as well. Temperatures cooler than they were today. We're going to be about the mid 70s, high 70s across a good portion of the North Country. We'll get a closer chance of getting into the 80s as you get toward the Brainerd Lakes area and south of that. But we're not looking for a scorcher. There will be some sun, there will be some clouds, but it's going to be a dry day. So as we get into that weekend, tonight, clouds continue to decrease. We'll get down to about 79 for that low temp, so not half bad. Winds will be fairly calm. Tomorrow, we're going to see more sunshine. It will be cooler. I think that was the high for tomorrow that we were looking at. 79 is what we're looking at for tomorrow. Wind a lot less than it was today. As we get into the big holiday weekend, here it comes. We're all looking forward to having summertime, at least unofficially, end on a high note. And it looks like it will. Sunday afternoon right now looks to be the next chance for another weak cold front to come through, very similar to today. So it was definitely not a washout. If you could imagine today as your Sunday, I think you would have had a very nice one. And beyond Labor Day, there will be a cool down as we get into September, and a chance for some disturbances mid next week. Some showers, maybe a little lightning and thunder, but all in all, Labor Day weekend going to be a thumbs up. Yeah, Labor Day looks real nice right now. It really, really does. Okay, well, good to hear. Thanks, Dave.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.